Welcome again to another episode of the Studentpreneur. We welcome you as we bring to you topics and strategies on how to operate as an entrepreneur. If you are not in business yet and you are a potential and small business person and you are thinking of starting a business, go right ahead and put down that idea on paper and start the business. Okay, put down your idea on paper and start the business. You're not going to lose. All right. So today we are going to do part two on rules for starting a business. So the last time we dealt with 6 elements on the rules of starting a business. So I'm just going to recap. One is there something that people need? Number two, is it solving a problem for them? Number three, is it something that I love making or I love serving? Number four, will the product be at an affordable price? Number five, will the product be sold quickly? And number six, will it be easy to get the products to the customer? So these are the 6 rules that we dealt with in part one. And in part two, we are going to look at 7 more rules. So as we continue, number 7 is write down what you know how to do or like to do. So write down what it is that you know how to do it or like to do it. So if it is something that you like to do, write down your processes of how you're going to do it. So let us give an example. Let us suppose you are, let's say, baking a cake, a lovely peanut cake. Let's just use that. You write down your recipe. Why? Because you love to cook. And there are many customers asking for cakes of different flavors. And one of the things you'd like to do is that you would like to come up with a unique recipe. And you would like to do maybe a peanut cake or a rum cake, something different. So you would like to cook, write down your recipe. Number 8, try to identify who will pay you for what you know how to do or like to do. So who is going to pay you for that rum cake? Who is going to pay you for that peanut cake? Who is going to pay you for that service that that you're going to produce? You have to remember that you have your avatar, and your avatar are the people that you are going to focus on. You are going to target on your avatar. Why? Because these are the people that has the need and you are solving a problem for them. Okay? So try to identify these people, try to identify your avatar. Number 8, focus, number 9, sorry, focus on the customers who will buy. So as long as you're able to identify your avatar, you focus on them. So the world has billions and billions of people. And your avatar, out of that billions and billions, your avatar might be 500 million. But you're not going to focus on 500 million one time. You are going to focus on where you are in your vicinity. For example, if you live in Antigua, if you live in Barbados, if you live in Trinidad, whatever country or community you live in, you focus on that community. If you live in New York, if you live in, you focus on that community. Okay? If you live in Africa, in Senegal, some place in China, wherever, you focus on your community. So you focus on your avatar in your vicinity, and then you continue to reach out to other persons within your country. And from there, then when you see your product is growing, then you're able to focus on other countries and then continue to promote and to expand your product to other people in other countries. Okay, number 10 is plan a strategy and follow it. So how are you going to strategize? How are you going to strategize in order to get your product from your home, inside your home, to externally? You have to remember social media is a powerful thing. Some of them, it's easy to learn. Yes? And some of them might take a little more time. But as long as you're able to get yourself to understand how to use AI, how to use various social media platforms, then it can get you to the next level. Okay, so these are some of the things you have to focus on. So plan a strategy and follow the strategy, because it's not all about having a strategy, putting it on paper, and you just leave it there. No, you have to follow the strategy. You need to follow the strategy in order to determine how you move from point A to point B. You want to get to point F. You have to move from A to B to C to D to E to F. And if you have a strategy, you follow your strategy. If you have to um, upload videos on YouTube every day or whatever it is, or whether you have to post something on Facebook and that's how you have to do it, then that's how you have to do it. But you have to be consistent. And one of the things, you can be motivated and not consistent, and you're not going to get anywhere. And you can be consistent and not motivated, and you're not going to get anywhere. You have to be motivated, you have to be consistent. Okay? So plan a strategy and follow it. The next one is focus on the customers who will buy. So as long as you plan your strategy, you organize your strategy, and you focus on the customers that really wants to buy your product. So once you focus on them, they will tell somebody else. And word of mouth is a very powerful form of advertising. Very, very powerful. As long as it is advantageous to them and they are able to get the benefits of it, they will tell somebody else. So they might end up selling your product or your service to others. Number 10 is try to identify who will pay you for what you want to do. Okay, I dealt with that already. So number 11 is write down the income you want to make from your business. So you might determine in the next 6 months, I would like to make $5,000. But I am in February. We have March, April, May, June. We have 4 more months to go. How am I going to make X amount of income by June? So you have to determine what strategy I am going to use in order to make my $5,000 by June. You can only make the $5,000 by June if you follow, as I said in number 10, you plan the strategy and you follow it. So that is the only way you can make your $5,000 income by June, if you follow your strategy. Number 12 is provide what the patrons need. Opportune word is follow what your patrons or your customers need. As long as you are able to follow what they need, they will buy. But you have to follow it. And if they have any concerns, you deal with their concerns. So you don't just have the service or the product and they are asking questions and you're not replying to their questions. No, you have to be able to reply to their questions. And then when you reply to their questions, then it entices them to buy, and they will tell others as well. Number 13 is focus on what the patrons love. Okay, so if you are packaging a product and the patrons realize that their preference is for a product that is waterproof rather than a product that is not, like the packaging of the product is waterproof rather than one that is not, you have to focus on that. Why? Because you can never tell where the customers are traveling from. Maybe there's a lot of rain, you don't know. So they want their products packaged in such a way that the product does not get wet. Okay? So wherever they are traversing or the product is traversing, they would like their product to be packaged waterproof. All right? So you have to follow. You have to focus on what the patrons love. Okay? And the last one is organize a network with your friends, family, businesses, and the youth so you can contact them for business. Never forget the power of networking. So when you network, it means that you are taking your business from your head to where you are, where you reside, to putting it on paper, to getting it out there with your product, to getting it to the customers through your social media platforms, and also liaising with a number of people. So the people that you liaise with, they will liaise with other people, and that is how you establish your network. So it is very important to have your network. Networking is important. So if we were to go for the last 7, write down what you know how to do or like to do. Try to identify who will pay you for what you know how to do or like to do. Focus on customers who will buy. Plan a strategy and follow that strategy. Write down the income you want to make from the business. Provide what patrons need. Focus on what patrons love. And the last one is organize a network with your friends, your family, youth, businesses, so you can contact them for business. So as we wrap up, rules for starting a business. These are the 14 rules for starting a business, and they are all located in I'm a child, I'm not too young, tell me now, for the 14 to 17 years old. And it's also noted in Don't Doubt Yourself, Just Stay Focused at another higher level for young people 18 years and older. And the whole idea of the Studentpreneur is to continue to educate you as a youth and also persons who would like to start their business, potential entrepreneurs, and others who already have their business. And they would need some information in order to help them to understand the process so that they're able to grow and to expand their business. If you have any questions or concerns, or if you would like me to continue to assist you, drop a comment and continue to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Continue to join me on the Studentpreneur. See you soon.